What's going on, everybody? Man, Eric Wilson, Sports Arena here. Let me bring in my man. I don't know how he's feeling this morning, so let's talk to him. You know, he is the host of the Carousel, Florida Sun Review. My man, Mr. Alex Fleming, Fancy and Flavors. Good morning, sir.
How you doing?
Okay, so I guess that answers my first question. How are you this morning, sir?
I was so terribly conflicted last night.
Uh-huh.
I think I'll be okay.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, listen, all I can say is this. Nick Foles 2, Brady. Oh, I mean, that's really the long and short of what I got today. But let me get your thoughts as someone who is from Chicago but does cover Tampa Bay and most other Florida teams as well. You know, I need to know what's your impression of what you saw last night, bruh?
I saw an undisciplined Tampa Bay football team. I saw a team that killed itself with penalties. I saw a team that still wasn't on the same page in week 4-week 5. I saw a guy throw a temper tantrum to his brand new teammates as if he was having flashbacks like he was in New England and still privileged. I saw Ryan Jensen kill a drive because he got into a headbutt because the business got taken to him most of the night. I saw a team that had the audacity to put a rookie on Khalil Mack. Bro, there's a lot of issues with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And trust me, I believe I should know. Offensive line still isn't that good. Now that people chirp online, offensive line's not that good. Wasn't that good with Winston either. You still have an issue on defense because I don't know what game you watched, but Carlton Davis got cooked last night from Allen Robinson. 10 catches, 90 yards, if you don't believe me. And I've been telling Tampa Bay faithful who would listen, you don't have a backup behind Vita Vea. If you lose Vita Vea, there's going to be a problem.
Right.
You don't have a backup behind Vita Vea.
Right.
Guess what happened last night?
Vita Vea's out.
Broken ankle. Gone. Now you don't have a running mate with Ndamukong Suh. That number one rushing, defense, no, that's gone. That got shot. You're missing Chris Godwin. Mike Evans can't be there every damn week.
Well, you still got Scotty Miller, though. You got Scotty Miller. You got Gronk.
Did you see Scotty Miller last night? Did you see Scotty Miller last night? I didn't think so. You saw Tyler Johnson. Oh, and by the way, nobody afraid of Gronk, bro. People were giving Gronk the business last night, and then he had to check himself out because he didn't want some of that smoke that Chicago was giving. You heard me? All right? So let's be completely honest. Tampa Bay can talk the talk. They can be prideful in the fact that they have Tom Brady, but until they fix that offensive line and actually get some valuable backups on defense, this team's not going for it.
Wow. Strong words coming from a man who, has watched this team over the last 3-4 years, referring to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But it just seems like I'm getting to Chicago, if you will, South Side Chicago, Lincoln Park, Alex Fleming, if you will. I don't know right now, man. This is a side of you I ain't seen in a minute, so I'm kind of, I forgive my smiles, but I'm like, okay, preach on it, brother. Talk the truth. Go ahead. I mean, but you have to at least admire the fact that Tampa never quit, even with the injuries. Brady just, I think, I don't know if I'm not going to say the lights were too bright for him because we've known Brady. Brady is used to excelling. But this is something that I talked about. I said those other guys who have never had to play Thursday night games and Sunday night games and Monday night football. It's like, hey, get used to this because this is the expectation that comes when you have a Tom Brady. Now, Vita Vea being out, listen, injuries are a part of the game. And if Tampa did not prepare for that, like they prepared on the offensive side of the ball, then I don't know what to say to you. Because they have weapons.
Khalil Davis is not a replacement for Vita Vea. Khalil Davis was supposed to be the support when Vita Vea took a breather, took a timeout. Khalil Davis, sorry, Nebraska, for those who don't know. But now he's going to be in a full-time role, making part-time pay. They should have addressed this issue. And as far as the bright lights, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, well, not Chris Godwin, but Mike Evans. He's been on Monday night. Hell, he's been on Sunday night. Ronald Jones, Keyshawn Vaughn, they don't know what this is all about. Leonard Fournette, who was active last night, has seen Monday night and Sunday nights, but he wasn't utilized. The Chicago Bears defense held down that offense big time. That hit on Keyshawn Vaughn by Kyle Fuller, that was beautiful, and it was clean.
Okay.
So they got outclassed. Another thing about being outclassed.
Hold that thought, Alex. We got Mike joining in. Mike wants to chime in here real quick, and he wants a piece of this. So let me get my man, Believe in the Pac-12, dropping a new one today, I'm sure. Mr. Michael Caratanudo joining me here on the Sports Arena. Mike, good morning, sir. Thank you for getting up early. I know you on the West Coast, bro, but I appreciate your time.
Oh, absolutely. Alex, I've listened to all your points. I mean, there's nothing wrong, obviously, with what you said, but the one point I just want to chime in and make is Eric said Nick Foles 2, Tom Brady 0, and I always used to love to rip Pats fans with this. It's the same with Eli Manning in Super Bowls. Say what you want about Eli Manning. He drove the ball down your throat and won the games. But to your point with the offensive line, I agree. Everything you said from the beginning, it was leaky. I was like, I don't know. But the more I watched them each week, I was like, they're getting away with some stuff. So Alex was on to it early. But I will say this. The fact that don't ever tell me Tom Brady is smarter than Joe Montana. I don't care if it was one time. I've never met a GOAT quarterback that didn't know what down it was late in the game. Sorry. That was the best picture to me. I haven't looked for memes yet, but I'm sure there's some creative ones coming from Bears fans. And look, if Nick Foles, Jake said it last night, Alex, if Nick Foles can hold the offense together with that defense, they'll punch the Packers in the mouth. So I'm definitely shocked I'm saying this, but I don't think it's an overreaction. If Nick Foles holds the offense together, the Bear and that defense stays healthy, the Bears win that division. Like, I don't see a better defense in that division. I know it'll be work, Alex. I know it'll be work. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers can't take them apart. But, look, Nick Foles I don't think is going to lose you games. You might not put up a ton of points. I know, last week against the Colts, Sunday, it was 19-11, and they didn't score a touchdown until very late in the game. But, man, that defense is going to keep them in every single game. Looking at their schedule, they can be kept in every single game, whether the offense can put up the points. I just think it's a team that people don't want to play, especially if they build that confidence, Alex. That's what I see.
You know, it's funny you say that because their 4 wins are a total of 13 points. They beat Detroit by 4. I believe they won their second matchup. Oh, ATL. They beat them by 4. Yep. They just won this matchup tonight by 1. 4-4-4-1, 1920. Bring it back 100 years. We might actually move forward. With that being said, how is a GOAT quarterback going to be socially distant after a loss, but be the first person waiting to shake hands after he gets a W?
Oh, here he goes.
This double standard.
Here he goes.
When it comes to, hey, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest. He can do whatever he wants. Oh, no, we need to show some sportsmanship. At least shake your opponent's hand. That's twice he's avoided this dude, Big D Nick. And he seems to do that a lot whenever he takes a loss. Now, he didn't do that to Russell because he was in Seattle. But for some odd reason, when things don't seem to go his way, he just pouting and screaming, yelling. We can count to 4, right?
Yes.
We can count to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I'll say about the alleged GOAT that is now retiring in Tampa. I will say this. Putting Tristan Wirfs on Khalil Mack was wrong, and they should have gave him some help, at least with the tight end bump. Donovan Smith, there's going to be a warrant for his arrest to try to save him because people want him gone. All right? I know some people on Facebook who already say cut Donovan Smith, get rid of this trash, so on and so forth. And number 3, Jason Light. You're supposed to be this genius when it comes to all the drafting. At least that's what Joe Buck said last night. Bro, how about you draft a corner that can cover deep? Or better yet, how about a linebacker that's not undersized against Jimmy Graham? Oh, wait, how about someone who could be a backup to Vita Vea and Dominican Sue if they go down?
Right.
I'm done.
All valid
Yeah.
all valid points here, man. I had to get, gentlemen, I had to get your reaction this morning. I wasn't
But
trying
the
to
one
make
thing,
this
Eric,
long.
real quick, the
Go
one
ahead,
thing I
Mike.
will say about Tristan Wirfs, I mean, usually, as I've seen, I mean, Khalil Mack will switch, like, will work both sides of the line, but
True.
they weren't taking him off Tristan Wirfs. And I get it. It's a rookie. You're going to go to school. So it's like, I'll relate it real quick to, like, Isaiah Simmons out here. I mean, guys, people are all over him. And you know how stoked I was when the Cardinals took him. I couldn't believe he fell to 8. They're rookies. The speed of the game is different. There still is a learning curve. I'm not saying you two don't realize that. For Tristan Wirfs, he got taken to school hugely. I mean, look, they're like I said about Aaron Donald. I feel the same way about Khalil Mack on the outside. You're not gonna. You can try and put one guy on the inside on Aaron Donald. Good luck with that. If you put one guy on the outside, like you said, I never understood. Even if a tight end's releasing, just hit him. Even if you get thrown off your route for a second, slow him down a little bit, because we all know if a running back is there, if he beats Wirfs and a running back is there, you all know Khalil Mack is obviously busting through a running back like he's irrelevant.
Oh yeah.
So he got
Listen,
taken to school.
it was baptism. It was baptism by fire. And as much as Alex, both you and I have respect for Tristan Wirfs, in the first 4 weeks of the season, 5 weeks, if you will, you had to go against Cam Jordan, and now you had to go against Khalil Mack. If that is not welcome to the NFL moments, I don't know what is. I think the only person who's feeling it worse than him is probably Justin Herbert, because he actually got thrown into a game as opposed to being the starter. Guys, I didn't want to take up a lot of your time today. Thank you both for joining me here on this one. Alex, congratulations. I mean, it's like I said, it's bittersweet because you're from Chicago, but you're a Tampa Bay guy. You've written great articles for the Bucks, on the Bucks, about the Bucks. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this team rebounds from this. And we know Brady doesn't lose 2 in a row. I'm sorry?
They get that bad man next week.
Ooh, you and Jake. That's going to be an interesting debate. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to the carousel next Thursday, because Jake Rongholt versus Alex Fleming is going to be something to behold. I'm just glad I get to moderate that one. Mike, are you playing this week? It doesn't matter. We don't care. Anyhow, love y'all. Happy Friday. Gotta go. Your man Eric Wilson and the fellas. Sports Arena. Peace.